Buonasera. Welcome to another episode of Regional Italian Cuisine. Now, on tonight's show, we're going to be entering a gastronomic minefield. We're going to the beloved area in central Italy called Emilia Romagna. Now, of course, this is an area which is very, very rich in many things. It is an area that is bounded by the Apennine Ranges, the Adriatic Sea, and of course the River Po. So, having said that, we think about the riverbeds of the Comacchio. We think about the farms around courtyards. We think about hillsides. I can smell Parmigiano, Balsamico, Zampone. This is an area that is very, very special in the hearts of many Italians because, honestly, it's got the most amazing produce. And on that note, of course, we're going to be concentrating tonight's show on Balsamico. There is a very long and convoluted story, but of course, they call it black gold. And for that reason, you'll see how we're going to use it quite sparingly tonight. It's very important, I guess, to know that the food from this region, of course, encompasses so much of what's in the landscape. And we're going to be bringing you some very simplistic recipes, but which are true to form from this region. We're, of course, going to be introducing a wonderful chef called Carmine Costantini, who has spent much of his time in this region, namely Modena, one of the large cities there. And that is the home of Balsamico. And we're going to bring you a really beautiful story. So let's go meet Carmine. A lot of viewers, I would like to welcome Carmine Costantini. Did I say that right?
Costantini.
Yes. Now, just for a quick recap on Carmine, Carmine was born in Benevento, of course, which is in the Campania region, so I guess southwest Italy. So for people who don't know where that is, Naples. So just to give you an idea. And he spent the first 15 years of his life in this region, so there is a strong influence in his cooking. But then, at the age of 16, he travelled up to the Emilia Romagna region, which is in central Italy, correct?
Yes.
And where did you end up? Modena. Modena, of course, is famous, particularly for one thing. What's that?
For the balsamic, a lot of things, but we call the black gold.
Black
balsamic,
gold, which is balsamic. You're not just a chef, you actually know a fair bit about balsamic, correct?
Yes, I think, I did.
You represented your country in the Olympics, is that correct?
Yes, I went to Olympics 2004. Before the Olympics, I did a few competitions, which one was the country town, it's called Nonantola, where the balsamic come from, the original balsamic.
Yes.
And every year we do this competition. All the chefs from Italy, just to study the new dishes.
You research dishes, you play around with...
Experiment a little bit.
Yes.
And since then I started studying the balsamic and keep going until I went to Olympics, which, yes, I did.
It's not a main feat at all, is it?
A few dishes, like vegetarian dishes with balsamic sauce, and had good result.
I think it would be a good point now, Carmine, just to tell our viewers exactly what balsamico or balsamic is. Because from what I understand, this black gold that we're talking about, it comes actually in three forms. You actually get the balsamico tradizionale, which is a minimum aging process of 12 years.
Yes,
there is the condimento, which adheres to the same rigorous, standards. However, it is not supervised and it doesn't reach 12 years.
Yes.
And then you get basic balsamic vinegar, which is vinegar with caramel, corn flour, anything else added to it because it's an expensive product. Yeah. And of course, I guess I should tell you that basically what balsamic is, it is the reduced must of white Trebbiano grapes, which is reduced to about 30% of its original weight, and then an aging process comes into place. Now, the minimum it can be aged for, as I said, is 12 years, and then it moves on to 18 or 25. Yeah. Now, there's an interesting thing here, Carmine, I guess we should say, that it goes through about 7 different types of wood barrels.
Yes, this is really important.
Which starts, we've got, there's chestnut, there's acacia, there's cherry, oak, mulberry, ash, and juniper. So they are the woods that this must is placed in.
Which we call batteria. The 7 brick,
So they're like barriques, as they would in the wine industry. Yeah. And it's very important to explain that we start with our mother balsamic.
Yes, we call la madre.
La madre.
Which every year we keep a little bit the mother and we swap with another barrique.
As you would do making bread.
We join the new one.
Yeah. So
it's a long process.
What we do, we get the mother,
Yeah.
Put it into the first barrel,
Yes.
which, as we said before, was chestnut.
Yeah.
Right, as because it's an aging and fermenting process. Then from there it goes into the next wood. They get a bit of this, a bit of that, and they add it to that wood. Then they have year 1, year 2, year 3, and they add it to the next one.
Yes.
That's the basic process. So you've got to understand why 100 mils can cost you anywhere between $100 to $400 retail. So this is really serious stuff. And on that note, we're going to go straight into the recipe. Now, what's this called?
We can make the little salad. It was called Vecchia Modena. It's really untweaked salad from Modena, which we usually with the pancetta, with pork made. We use a lot pork made.
So
with
it's
with the pork belly.
It's basically
like
a pork belly.
But it's cured.
It's cured with sugar and
with
salt.
Yes,
Just salt,
salt
and spices.
Yes, just salt, pepper, and salt. It's really simple, but for the ages,
Yes.
take time. Yeah.
Because don't forget that this area is also the home of prosciutto di Parma,
Yes.
so it's really big in pork products, correct?
Yes. That's why we make the menu about the pork meat.
Of course.
We start with the pancetta, crispy, croccante.
Yes.
And just burn it with a little bit of balsamic on the rocket salad and radicchio mix. Just fresh salad.
Okay.
And we finish it with the parmesan, of course. Shave it.
Because it is the home of Parmigiano Reggiano.
It's just a little complete dishes.
Yeah, it's a complete dish with all the products from this region. All right, let's get started, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
Now we start with. Okay.
He's going to make this pancetta croccante, so he's going to crisp up the pancetta.
Okay.
Do we need to add any oil?
Sliced. Just a little bit of oil because the pancetta is plenty fat. We need the fat. And just a little bit. Okay. Yes, is enough. Because we need melting the fat with the pancetta that come crispy, and when it's ready, we just burn with the balsamic and come the sauce.
Okay.
And we put on top the salad.
So we've got some cos lettuce.
Yes,
all right. What do you call that in Italy?
Insalata romana.
Insalata romana.
Yes. And we just.
Oh, it's fine, is it?
Really, really fine, julienne.
That's not a salad like we know here.
No. A little nest. It's really important to cut fine because with the hot pancetta and sauce, just cook a little bit, but still crispy, like a little crunchy.
This makes me think of the 1970s when we used to have sliced up iceberg.
Yes.
So it's all chopped up fairly finely.
Just very fine. With the radicchio.
The radicchio, which is that lovely.
It's not radicchio di Treviso, it's not radicchio rosso because we have different kinds of.
Hey, listen, my mother's from Treviso. Don't tell me about radicchio.
That's why I specify. It's not from Treviso.
No.
Okay. This
adds a bit of bitterness too to the lettuce itself.
Let's take the plate. Little dishes. Okay, we just mix a little bit. Okay. The paint is strong. And we start the process with the pancetta.
Alright.
Just in the middle.
So you make a little nest of this julienne, basically,
Julienne.
of lettuce, 3 mixed lettuce.
The plus.
Alright.
Here. Okay. Now let's break some pancetta.
The pancetta.
We already sliced before. Not really, really fine.
No, because otherwise you'll lose it in the pan.
We cut it free.
You think about the simplicity of this dish, but it really is about
We started
bringing together all the flavours of this region.
Yeah. It's
Bene.
really good combination with the balsamic and the salt with the pancetta and the fat. Just 2, 3 ones like that. And of course, we finish it with the parmesan. We just share it.
Here we go.
Yeah, with a knife, really gentle, soft. And
Lovely. Look
finish
at
the
that.
dishes. Yeah.
And that's it. Wow. The smell is quite invigorating, actually.
Here we go. And this is the
Insalatina Vecchia Modena. All right. This is something you will typically find in the restaurants in Italy.
everywhere.
Veramente? Okay.
Typical.
Well, there you go. And when we come back, Carmine has got another fantastic dish showcasing this wonderful black gold.